What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we have another unboxing for you guys. But before we get into the video, we had some nice views on the last video that we did for you guys. But I want to ask you guys, before you go further into the video, to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on Black and Tan, or if you're watching this on DNBN TV, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It helps our channels, and that way we keep bringing cool stuff for you guys. So I'll let Donald take the lead on this one, because he's the one more experienced on this subject today.
What's up, guys? He says that, but I'm really not. What's up, guys? Another unboxing. This company gave us this bike before it was released again. So you'll be seeing this bike on the 26th of this month. We're not going to show it right now, but I want you guys to see how Elvis, his impression when we pull it out, because I think it's going to be another cool one.
Last time we kind of like just pulled it out. How you want to do it this time?
Let's do it the same way.
What do you think of this bike though? Like, have you seen it? Have you heard about it? Or we cover the label, so we kind of like keep it.
I know a little bit about the bike only because the rep came in and told me about it.
Okay.
So I don't know the exact differences. I didn't pull the bike out of the box to look at it. The box was already open, so it kind of messed me up a little there. But I try to be as true to these unboxings as we possibly can, and not peek in, not do anything. On this one, I did get a little look at it, I gotta be honest. But I didn't really like pull it out and check it over or anything like that. So I wanted to wait until Elvis got here for us to do the unboxing together.
Let's do it. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, since I'm colorblind, what color is this? Brown? Gray?
It's like a brownish, grayish color.
Okay, I see some wireless going on in there.
Oh yeah.
I see some transmission, SRAM transmission.
SRAM transmission.
I think the audience is ready to see this, so let's do it. So make the face on that camera. Oh, we still don't know what it is.
No. Let's put this down. The people that know will know.
The people that know will know?
The people that know will look at certain things and say, okay, I know exactly what brand this is.
What do you think gives it away?
Probably...
Like, if you show me this bike like this, I wouldn't be able to tell like what brand it is.
Dave.
Can you tell Dave?
We'll leave that alone. Yeah. So, Ooh,
Have you had this before?
I had a bike.
You had this, like the model. This is just the newer.
I had this model with a lot less travel.
Ooh. Well, I see, in my humble opinion, I see it's an XC bike because of the transmission. I mean, because of the suspension in the front.
Is it?
I mean, it's a small, at least 110.
Is it really?
Yeah. It's like. All right, you want to start doing the zip tie? All right.
Yeah. You know, we have to be exact on our information that we give on the internet, because there's internet trolls that will literally rip you apart. So I said on my last video that the lip chip will drop the bottom bracket and change the rake on the front end. And it doesn't change the rake on the front end, but people that know knew exactly what I was talking about. But of course,
you did it for a test though, to see if there was someone out there.
Yeah, I was just testing the audience to see if there was someone out there that knew the difference between rake and changing the head tube angle. So for that guy, I have to apologize and say, you're right. You're 100% right. When you flip a flip chip, it only changes the head tube angle. It does not change the rake of the fork. For people that don't know, the rake is how far the axle comes out from the head tube angle. That's the rake of the fork, not the opposite. But 90% of the people still call it the same thing because they all know what each other means and what they're talking about.
Well, I'm looking at this bike, and I tell you what, right now, I've done a few unboxings, and they put a lot of cushion in this bike.
They put a lot of protection. Ooh, that's different.
Ooh, well, now you guys know what it is. There you go.
Dude, that looks good.
That stem looks nice.
That integrated stem looks good.
Fully integrated. Look at that.
That looks good.
Let's go, Cannondale.
Bro, this is a good looking bike already.
So, for those, I mean, I had a Cannondale before, but well, we'll save this spot for the once we have it open. New SRAM brakes.
Carbon bar.
Carbon bar.
What level is this?
Dude, this is probably like one before of the top, I would guess, because that comes with GX.
No, so there should be, if it comes with GX, there should be 2 levels in between this and the top.
2 more?
One more level, so X.
An XO1 build in that bike.
Yeah, they don't.
So you do like the Lab 71.
Right, which is the highest level. That's the same thing. That's like the Lab 71 would be like the S-Works version of this.
I don't want to say the word, but you said
it. we're still allowed to say it.
Okay, cool.
Look, it's no secret that, you know, we are pseudo S-Works and Specialized fanboys.
Okay.
But then it's cool when we get bikes like this that can change our mind. Right, like this.
Definitely, because I haven't ridden a different full suspension maybe like in 6 years, aside from the Specialized. So this will be a cool test. That chain rig though looks kind of big. Is that a 34? 34. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to climb with that, man.
No, you got a big chain ring in the front, but look how. So here's what I'm going to do with this, because that was the other comment.
Well, I want to keep this though for safety.
For safety, just in case you're riding in traffic at night or not on the trail.
Did someone say something about this too?
Oh, come on. Yeah, of course. Someone was like, whip that pie plate on the end.
So we're calling this the Cannondale Scalpel? Or what is this one called?
Scalpel.
The Scalp.
Come on.
Oh, I'm gonna make sure I keep the whole clip of you taking that off.
Taking it forever. Taking forever to get that off.
There you go.
Comes together pretty good, man. It's not like a lot of issues, but no, I'm sorry, Elvis.
And this is the new technology that Cannondale is testing, the zip ties and the chain that helps you for climbing.
Yeah,
That's a fact for the guys.
Better
that
shifting.
Like, yeah, better for shifting, yeah. For those guys that like fun facts.
Works better than drop stop.
Yeah.
Slightly better. You leave these on, you lose 0.0075% efficiency.
Efficiency, not fast.
It will cancel out what you gain from having black and tan tires, which this bike doesn't have black and tan tires. So automatically, it's a little slower because it doesn't have the black and tans. We'll change that though. We might not put black and tans.
We'll
on
make
this
it
one,
faster.
but we'll make it faster. But dude,
I like it. I like the
I'm freaking digging this bike so far the way it looks, man.
I like the frame, definitely.
Oh, damn. Why do I don't want to like this bike, but I really like the way it looks.
That's kind of weird.
Dude, I don't know why they did that, but for some reason, I just like things that don't look like, I'm sure there's a reason that they did that, right?
Yeah, there's got to be.
I think it's
Maybe it's
pregnant.
you know what it is? It's to keep the water bottle from being here. It gives you more room for your water bottle. Because look, your water bottle is now going to come here instead of, if it were straight up and down, it would be here.
That's true.
Right? So it gives you more room for your water bottle for sure. I bet you it'll look good too with the water bottle on it.
I like
Man, I just can't get over how good and clean this looks. Sorry, Specialized, they beat you on this at the head.
On that one?
Yeah, they
Definitely.
beat you. They beat it on this.
1,000%. Yeah, this is nice. I like
Yeah, this is nice.
Makes the frame look clean.
Super clean. So when you're running, say if you're running your one piece bar,
Integrated, yeah.
man, it goes right in, boom. It'll look clean as hell.
I wonder if the top model has like some type of integrated.
Can
handlebar.
guarantee on the Lab 70.
The Lab 71, I think it comes with a one-piece.
Well, we don't know yet because it hasn't even been introduced.
We don't know yet.
Yeah, again, we're in the future.
I was gonna say that at the beginning of the video that we're in the future right now,
Yeah, we're in the future again.
and they are in the past. No, they are in the present. We are in the future.
We're in the past.
They are in the future. We're in the right. We're
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
past. Yeah, we're in the past.
Yeah. When they see this, it'll be on somewhere around the 26th of this month.
Yeah. We're gonna go do a 100-mile ride today. On
Oh,
this
we're
bike.
riding this bad
Yeah.
boy. So in that time, Dave, I need you to ride it too.
You gotta basically bleed the brake. I guess only the rear brake.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
You know what they should have figured out? A way to run the brake
Through the fork.
through the fork, the front brake through the fork, to have the front brake come out here also. So what's the point of being fully integrated like this if you don't have?
That would be tough though to do it.
No, you run it up through the back here and up through here,
Yeah.
and it gives you that clean look here.
They can do like a technology that goes inside of the shock, man. I'm sure that's coming soon. Like the front brake to go through the shock and that.
Well, the problem is the shock moves,
True.
so it always.
Ooh, look at them flat bars, man.
So you see how much travel is on the fork.
I haven't seen it yet. I don't know yet.
I can tell you what it is if you want me to.
120,
120.
right there.
120, 120. So, is it a cross-country bike?
I mean, 120 is the new popular, right, for cross country?
No, 120 was
Trail?
was always like down country. Trail, I'd say anything 130 and above. 140, 140, 130, something like that.
130 to 150.
Yeah, and it just depends on. I mean, you can also have a trail bike with less travel, but more rake, right? So it's a handful of things that make a trail bike a trail bike.
I do like the how they kept the frame clean. That's nice. And so today we're doing kind of like we kind of like just transition from the unboxing to like after ride. We're still gonna do more riding tomorrow, and I think it's an amazing bike. What do you think?
Well, I didn't get to ride it.
Yeah.
From the way you looked going over the rough stuff, I thought it was thought it was nice. Like you could tell certain bikes when people are like getting bounced down the trail, or when you stand up to the pedal, it looks like there's a lot of movement in the suspension. And I didn't see that when you were riding. It looked pretty stable. It looked really stable. After weighing it, the weight was good.
The weight was good.
The weight
pounds.
was actually good, because this is not the highest level bike. It would be, yeah. So this would be considered like their mid to upper build, not anything crazy.
So this will be their middle model. After this is like the lefty, maybe, or no?
They're not going to have this bike with a lefty.
Okay.
This year. So this bike's not going to come with a lefty. You can build it up from a lab and put a lefty on it, but it's not going to come with a lefty. So it's going to come the way it is, kind of all the way up through the scales. And then if you want to buy a frame set and build it up with a lefty, you can do that.
Okay, cool.
Comes with SL dropper post, which is super smooth, but it was our first time experiencing the SL. What'd you think about it?
Well,
the dropper.
This is my first time running a dropper within like 5 years.
Right.
So,
but you liked it.
I tell you a whole bunch of times, like, I think I'm a dropper guy now.
Yeah.
It's just gave me like a lot of, comfort going downhill and like clearing stuff. Not that we were clearing big lugs, but still.
But yeah, it gives you a lot more freedom over the bike. You feel like you have a lot more room around the bike to maneuver it around things and to, get a little funky with it when you need to.
I do, before we get into all we already in it, even though we started doing the unboxing, but big shout out to you guys, of course, Patapsco Bicycles, but Cannondale. I mean, they gave us this thing almost a week before it came out. I think that's a big plug.
Yeah, for sure.
At least for me.
You want us to sell your bikes. Yeah. One way for us to sell your bikes is to get us to ride them.
Yeah.
Right? And get us excited about it, right?
Right.
And when you drop off a bike to us and say, hey, look, go ride it, check it out, tell me what you think. This is a way that really excites us. We're still cyclists.
Sorry, keep going. Yeah.
We're still cyclists. Yeah. So one way to get us excited about anything is to say, here you go play on this, right? So this bike should be around the $5,000 to $6,000 range. Okay. We'll post it somewhere on here.
Somewhere here.
Yeah, we always do that. Somewhere here.
Somewhere here.
Right. So we'll post it somewhere where the retail price is going to be. Yeah. We'll also post in the description the stats on the bike, the geometry and things like that. Weights. But down to the bike. So we're going to compare this directly to your Epic. So you're coming off of an Epic. Now you're coming off of an Epic, a straight Epic, not an Epic Evo. No. Although you were running a 120 fork on your regular Epic, right?
Right, 124 Fox. Yeah, 120 Fox.
So comparing this bike, this bike's 120, which would compare it to the now Epic 8.
Epic 8, right?
Right?
It's over there.
Yeah, this is the Epic 8
Yeah.
Evo. So this Evo is going to be 120, 130, which compares it to all of these bikes are going to be pretty much in the same category now. So you're looking at a 429 Trail from Pivot, an Epic Evo 8 from Specialized, and the new Scalpel, all increasing travel this year. Well, actually, the Pivot didn't. The Pivot's the same, but maybe they had it right the entire time, and now everybody else is catching up.
So 130, 120.
Dude, that's 130.
That's 130.
That's 130. This.
Okay, so it's 130, 120. We
just
pulled out the measuring tape.
Yeah.
For the,
when in doubt, measure it out. That's what I say. All right.
But coming from it was definitely a big difference. I haven't ridden a mountain bike in like a month, but I felt maybe it was more mental, but I felt the weight differences because my Epic was 120. I'm sorry, it was 20 pounds. This one is 24. I don't know if if it'll make that big of a difference.
Yeah, but we got to compare apples with apples, right? So your Epic was basically an S-Works Epic with
Right.
all light goodies on
Everything
it,
like, yeah.
right? Suspension-wise,
Suspension-wise, big difference on, I think this is the Select Plus, the newest stuff.
Right.
I felt this was so smooth on the downhills.
Right.
On the climbs, I didn't have to do anything. It was just, like I told you on the ride, it was just lock.
Right,
like if
right.
it had a brain or something.
right?
Like,
You actually asked me. You were like, "Does this thing have some
Right.
type of lockout, mechanical lockout, or something going on?" And it doesn't.
I didn't mess with it at all, but it would just get really, really firm going
When
uphill.
it needed to be.
Right. And that for me was like, oh man, like really, like I didn't even have to like, hey, let me lock this while we're climbing.
Right.
It was just solid, like
So
locked in.
that could be a couple of things. It could be the angle and the rake of the fork.
Okay.
Because again, for the guy who commented on me, I know.
You know his name?
I'm not going to say it. I do know his
You
name
should
because
say
it
his name.
bothers me.
I'm gonna put his name right here.
So the angle of the head tube angle is not the rake of the fork.
Yeah.
But it could be that combination that makes this more stable on climbs and things like that.
Okay.
This fork could appear on multiple different bikes. So the forks and the components don't always make up the bike, but the entire package does. So saying, hey, look, for instance, I was going to say the dropper post. Oh, that dropper post. What do you think about the dropper post? Well, this dropper post could be used on 300 different bikes, right? It doesn't make this bike, but the fact that they put this dropper post on this bike with this package and that package, it makes a complete bike. And those little nuances could be the reason that you chose this bike, but not because necessarily it was better at this, that, and another, but the entire package is what made this bike stand out to you. So 120 platform on this, and you said it was good.
It was good on the downhills, but be honest, on the climbs, I don't know, I felt like a little, like struggling a bit. Just because I'm not used to
You say that, but not only did you PR a climb,
I was gonna get to that, yeah.
not only did you PR a climb, but you also KOM that climb.
I KOM the climb, yeah. I was gonna get to that.
So you did climb that on your old bike.
I did before, yep.
Right. So
Yeah.
not only did you, a new bike that you're not used to really, how do you think you would feel if you had another week to ride it and really got dialed in on the bike and really set it up?
I mean, I think I will get more comfortable with the whole, dropper pose, suspension, get more comfortable with the weight. Because at the same time, I don't want to like ride this like if it was my bike, because.
No, but I think that's the whole cool thing.
Like I'm still being careful with all the transmission.
Yeah, you're not trying to break it,
Right.
but at the same time, that's one of the reasons Cannondale dropped it off. The rep literally said to me, I think I told you, he said, "Don't break it." He goes, "Well, don't try to break it."
Right.
He goes, "If it breaks because you're riding it, that's what you're supposed to do. So don't worry about it."
And it is dirty. I mean, we rode it for 15 miles and.
Yeah, we got a good ride in multiple different terrains for this bike. We didn't take it out to our super rough stuff. We took it out to what I think this bike is built for. So we have in Montgomery County in Maryland, it's a flowy system with some roots and a couple of rock gardens, nothing crazy. And we took it out there. I think this is like the perfect spot for it.
I felt like a pro for a day. Riding a bike.
You rode the way that
it's not out. I felt like cool, special.
Yeah. Well, the way that the way that you would accelerate from me on the climbs, you look like a pro.
BJ, it came for you.
Yeah. So
I like the frame, man. I like everything about the bike. I mean,
let's give it a score.
A score?
A score. Let's start doing a score. So this is the first video that we're gonna have where we give item scores, right? So price-wise, for what you're getting, I think this is par for the course, right? So I'm gonna give it like a 5 is gonna be right in the middle. Not good, not bad, right where it needs to be. We'll do from 1 to 10.
Okay. And
5 being not good.
find it good.
Five,
Okay.
yeah, anything over 5 means it's really good. Anything under 5, not so good.
How much is it?
I don't have the exact price, but I'm pretty sure it's comparable with like the pivot and the stump.
That one is
Epic.
8,500.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
this one's a little higher.
Right.
So this one comes with. So you look.
Factory suspension and
Right.
Yeah. So this one's going to be comparable to the blue one that we had.
So you think it'll be on the 55?
Yeah, it probably will be.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it a 6
Okay. For value.
for value.
Riding characteristics. How did it ride?
I'm gonna give it a 7.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. Because I felt really comfortable, dude. Downhill.
What would you give your, here's the question, what would you give your Epic?
My Epic, if this is, what did I say, 7?
7.
I'm gonna give my Epic a 6.
Wow.
Because the Fox was just, now remember that Epic had the brain. So the brain, at least for me, the brain hasn't been a good experience. Which they don't have it anymore on other bikes.
It hasn't been a good experience with me either. I turned mine off.
So that, I always felt that that bike was...
My brain and the brain on the bike,
Right.
I turn them both off when I'm riding mountain bike.
that I always felt like the brain was maxed out, like on the downhills, and on the uphills I never got comfortable with it. It was just always like clunk. So 6 Epic, 7 on this one, and that RockShox, man. I hope the new RockShox that I got it's similar to this, because that RockShox was nice.
Well, I do want to tell you something about your new RockShox. It has a brain in it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It might go away. We'll see.
Right. So
can I give it on the frame? Because I like the frame.
The way it looks.
I'm gonna tell you, it's an 8 for me. And what makes it an 8? I don't know, dude. Maybe on the frame, I'll give it a 10.
Ooh, come on! You haven't seen anything. So
You know why? The internal cabling for me is it's so.
It's clean looking, man.
It's clean.
For sure. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8 on the looks.
On the looks,
It's yeah, because I'm gonna compare it to the new World Cup from Specialized, and I don't think it looks as good as the World Cup.
I see them like on the way of kind of like trying to hide the shock, maybe.
Yeah.
And the next model, this will be here, and then on the other one will be here.
But I genuinely like the way it looks. I think it's a sharp looking bike. I think it's really good. They did a great job with the way the bike looks.
I will give it a 9. I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
So 6. No, it says 7.
Yeah.
And then
9.
And then 9.
Right. 6, 7, 9. Mm-hmm. So now I have to ask, if you're giving this a 9 on looks, what are you going to give your Epic? Because we have to have a point of reference.
My Epic is a 10, bro. You talking about the new one?
Yeah, the new one.
She's a 10.
Okay. Okay.
now.
Okay. Well, we're going to be comparing them.
Yeah.
And we're going to compare both of our Epics to these bikes, as well as.
I mean, you know I'm a Specialized fanboy, so I'm always going to give it a 10.
I was a Specialized fanboy, but
that new Epic doesn't have, it has like halfway internal cabling. This one is fully internal cabling.
yeah.
Wait.
It pops out right here.
Yeah. So it is.
It's not internal as in like popping out up here. It's still, you still have a little bit of cable showing. But
this one still has, okay. So technically it is fully almost?
yeah, kinda.
Okay.
It's not as clean. Let's just say the cockpit on the new Epic is not as clean as this one.
It's not.
Right? I think that they did a great job in how clean this looks. I mean, they did an awesome job. So it handles great. You said that. Aesthetically, the way it looks good.
Looks good, yeah.
The value is right there, like 6, like you said.
Carbon wheels, GX.
Yeah. So what I've noticed about Cannondale, if we're going to compare them to Specialized, is they always give you one thing a little nicer for the money. Okay. Right? I don't know if it's because if someone had to pick a Cannondale based off the name over a Specialized, if they would pick a Cannondale, right? There's a lot of people don't know about Cannondale as much as they do Specialized. So I think one of the selling points is they're giving you a little more for the money.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you knew this, but my roots in mountain biking come from a Cannondale. That was my first XC mountain bike back in 2009.
yeah, one of my first bikes that I ever wanted. So I have a friend that I grew up mountain biking with, Omar. Omar is a big Cannondale fan, and Omar used to have all the nice, really nice stuff. So I used to always look at his bikes and go, dang, I really want one of those. So Cannondale was, I think, growing up on the East Coast, especially the Mid-Atlantic East Coast, with Cannondale being made up in Pennsylvania for a long time, everybody around here at one point really wanted a Cannondale.
Okay.
So, yeah, so we give it a big thumbs up.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to try out. I didn't ride this one because it's a medium, and I didn't want to not like it because it didn't fit me properly. We set it up for Elvis, and I didn't want to go through setting up the suspension and everything else like that. Again, I wanted to make sure it was set up properly for him. Everything rode the way it was supposed to. So I didn't want to taint any of of my experience by riding a bike that wasn't set up properly for me and then giving it bad marks just because it wasn't the right size for me and set up. So everything that we talked about and everything that we saw was based on Elvis's experience, and me knowing him and that he's a solid rider. I really trust in I trust in what he says as being exactly what it is. And I was helping filming, so, I got to watch it do what it does.
And I think we're going to add a few clips at the end of this video of us just riding out on the trail so people get an idea and maybe a couple pictures.
Yeah, so that's it. This is the 2024 Scalpel. More travel, some newer features, sweet bike, super sweet bike.
That's it. Well, all right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is our second unboxing video in 2024. I hope you guys are enjoying this type of content. And if you guys are enjoying, just make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and share with someone. And we hope to put new content out for you guys. Just remember to subscribe to Black and Tan. We're going to put the links on the bio of the video, and also DMBM TV. So
that's right. And let us know what you want to see on here. Give us some hints. Yeah. If you see a bike that you want us to check out, if you know a bike that we stock and you want us to check it out, let us know in the questions, and we'll do our best to see what we can do to get it done.
All right.
Cool.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Later.